Comic Book Familia. We are back. I said we'd be back in 2 weeks, and we are. We actually kept a schedule this time. This is Up on Comics. This is a show that I do with my cousin, Momo Comics 80. How's it going, Rob?
Doing good. I mean, it's raining up here, so it finally kind of feels like winter.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's been like just cold, but like sunny. It's kind of weird. It's different, but yeah, we're it's pouring a bit. It's slowed down. How about you guys down there?
That was my question I was going to ask you next, because you're more bundled than I am. So you got a beanie on. So I was about to ask you about the weather. Here, it's nice. It's been sunny. We're supposed to get warmer in a couple of days, but this is by the middle of the week. We should be getting some rain. So hopefully we'll be getting a little bit more rain here, but it's been fine here. I live in San Diego. Rob lives up a little bit more north, up Sacramento area. And we always have opposite weathers. It seems like it's a lot more colder up there, and during the summer it's a lot more hotter up there.
Yeah, today it's been like kind of a pajama lounge around kind of a day.
Yeah.
Like Claire, I got dressed like after lunch. Like it was pretty, I mean, it's an easy day. Like yeah, it was good.
Speaking of Clara, I had some Girl Scout cookies. I mean, Girl Scout knocked on my door a couple of days ago. So, oh my God, I bought some from Rob's daughter's, Girl Scouts. I always buy cookies from her first. But I felt bad. This little kid was younger than Clara. She was about maybe 5 or 6 years old. I said, oh my God. So I did buy some from her. But I said, moving forward, anybody else comes to my door, I'm just going to have to say no.
I'll just wait, because they're going to do the cookie sales like at the stores.
Yeah.
Like everywhere you go, they're going to, like she has some schedules this month, actually, they're starting at locations.
I'm always buying cookies from your daughter, so yeah, I'm always doing that, trying to support as much as possible. She's at the Girl Scouts and stuff like that. Tell her she owes me. But let's get on with the show. Like I said, this show is called Up on Comics. I do this with my cousin, Momo Comics 80. We try to do this every 2 weeks. Next week, we may do a show next week, because the following week I won't be around. So if you're available next week on a Saturday or Friday even, I'll try to gather some news and information. And if we do, we may do another show in a week.
Yeah, Super Bowl. Can't do it on Sunday, right?
We can't do it on Sunday. Like I said, we'll do it on Friday or Saturday. We'll talk, see if my cousin's available. He's a family man, and I'm basically not. So I can do this at any time. But this is, like I said, Up on Comics. And this is like I don't know how many times. We started this last year. I decided to ask my cousin, to do videos with me, and he gratefully said yes. So we picked news, comic book news, and entertainment news. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So this is, like I said, this first segment I call a little bit of this and a little bit of that, just news and information that I have found on the internet, on social media places. And the first one, this is a news segment, what you've been watching. I told Rob, each show we're going to be picking a show that we watch on TV. It could be anything. It could be, sci-fi. It could be mystery. It could be comic books. It could be comedy. And this is one show that we have been watching. And you are up first, Rob.
All right. So the new Spider-Man show came out, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yes.
And it's weird because, I buy those Roosevelt shirts.
Yes.
Those button-up shirts. They actually did a drop for this show like weeks ago. Like, $70 for these characters that I'm like, that's not Spider-Man. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, if you look at the outfit and how he's designed, even the villains are on the shirt, and I'm like, I don't know if I really like these character designs. And so for them to put out the shirt before the show, I thought was kind of weird. But I've watched it, and it's good. I like it. I like it a lot. Like, the animation's different. It kind of reminds me of the load screen. Clara pointed this out. I'm not going to take credit for this. Clara's like, oh, it kind of looks like Fortnite. Like when the character, if you ever check that game out, the load screens are very similar with the animation as the entire show. Nico, I didn't realize from The Runaways is in it.
Oh.
Yeah. Have you watched it?
I watched the Runaways TV show, yes, but a while ago, obviously.
Have you seen this, like the Spider-Man show?
Yes, I've seen the first 2 episodes. I made sure that I saw them. Yep.
I mean, that's Nico in the bus there with the blue hair, with the black and blue hair.
Okay.
And I thought that was cool. I mean, I like her as a character, so like
Oh
any
my gosh. Wow. Okay.
yeah, that's her. uh, and so and then yeah, obviously it's different. This is not like the regular MCU take on Spider-Man. Like even the way he got bit by a spider, I thought was
Yes.
kind of fresh and different. So right away, it's clear that this isn't going to follow the same rules as the regular Spider-Man like show or storyline, which
Yes.
I'm in favor for. Like so far, it's good, and they did little nods to like other like MCU moments.
Hmm.
You know, like the final scene of that first episode when he goes back home. It's basically what is it? The end of it's when Tony Stark visits his house, and
Yeah.
they just flipped it to
Yes.
Norman Osborn.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. Like the music was the same, like for that scene. I like it though. I'm gonna keep watching for sure.
Wow. When I said, "Oh my gosh," I didn't even realize that was Nico from the Runaways until I said, "Yes, yes, yes." I'm like, "Oh my god, that's her." So I didn't even put
Yeah,
two and two together. Yeah, that's awesome.
and
Yeah.
then also the best friend. Uh, I forget his name, but he's right there, right below him on the bus.
Yes. The football player.
The football player. Did you catch who he is? Like
No.
his name? Um, well, his name's Lonnie.
Yes. Uh-huh.
What villain?
Oh my
Spider-Man
gosh,
villain.
Lonnie. What's the character's name? I know who you're talking about. Tombstone.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
It's so like, and then I looked up the full name of the show of the character in the show. It's him. It's the
Wow.
same. It's yeah, Lonnie. I forget his
Yeah.
last name,
Yeah.
but I'm like, oh, that's definitely Tombstone. So I don't know, different takes on the mythology. So I don't know. It's cool. I think I like it. I'm kind of like wanting to know how they're going to handle these relationships because I like his friend. I like Lonnie. I
Yeah.
like what they're doing with the whole jock thing.
Yes.
So yeah, this is a keep watching for me.
I agree 100%. And you would think like after a character that's been around for 60 plus years, it would be hard for them to come up with any new and fresh ideas, but they did.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, and a lot of it I think does make sense. Like with his costume and the web shooters and their clunky tanks. Like, he's a kid. Like, I mean, how streamlined is his like web shooters gonna be at this point? Like he doesn't have the resources, he doesn't know what he's
Yeah.
doing, you know? So I like the little details that they're throwing in there. Amadeus Chow, though,
I noticed that.
I was like, oh, this is much older.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You
noticed
know?
that. That's the one character I did notice. And the lizard, Dr. Connors, is a female.
Yeah.
So they're mixing up a little bit.
Well, and that's something I have noticed because there were people criticizing it being like too woke. You know what I mean? And I'm like, come on, guys, like let them tell the story. Let the storytellers tell the story.
They are obviously aiming for a younger generation.
Yeah,
But we're enjoying it.
yeah. I was gonna
Needless
say,
to say.
you and I are liking it, and
Yeah, yeah.
we love Spider-Man.
Yep. So I noticed the minute this series started, I took some snapshots of this. They had Queens, and right here, you can see where I'm circling with the mouse, the arrow here. That's Avengers Tower right there.
Yeah,
So I caught that really quick. And then on the right hand side, is they show Peter waking up and he was reading a comic book and he wakes up. I'm going, this is Amazing Fantasy. So I realized, why are they showing this book? And it's Amazing Fantasy number 14. Why they showed it, I figured out right after I seen it, is this was the book that was right before Amazing Fantasy 15, which is the very first Spider-Man book. So that's why they had that book on, like an homage to it right there.
yeah. I like that Easter egg, and then
Yeah.
also, how they have Queens there. I mean, that's
Mhm.
very much like MCU
Yes.
Endgame storytelling. Like this, to me, this feels like a movie already. Like this
Yeah.
show is gonna feel like a movie size kind of story to me, at least.
Another thing that I liked, and I think he may be a reoccurring character. Doctor Strange showed up right in the opening sequence too, basically. And he got bit by a spider, and looks like that spider almost like to me was connected to the symbiote. Venom, because the character that Doctor Strange was fighting, it looked like Venom, but like a different looking type of symbiote.
So when I watched the credits, they did credit a person for that monster's voice.
Oh yes.
Just the grunts, and it said symbiote.
Oh, it did.
It did, yeah. So he definitely was fighting, one. But that's again, it changes the storyline because that means the spider that bit Spider-Man came from on the symbiote planet or dimension. I don't know.
Yes. Yep. That's what I was thinking too. So, but yeah, I mean, it just started. I heard season 2 is a go already. They're already going to have a season 2 of this, And yeah, I mean, so far so good. The first 2 episodes aired a couple days ago, and I think probably after that they're going to do one a week. I think that's how Disney Plus does it. One a week. So, but I like it. So I gave it a thumbs up.
Yeah,
so.
I agree.
My choice, as I talked about this recently 2 weeks ago, is Star Trek Lower Decks. It just finished season 5. I hated to see it go. It was a really good series. When it first started, to me, it was a little bit cartoonish. But as the seasons went along, these characters grew up a little bit. They became more mature. And the last episode of season 5 was the new Next Generation. How they grew up and they became more like they were upper decks after that. They were taking more, responsibilities. And I hated to see this show end. It was so good. God, why they have to end this? But they did. Each season was 10 episodes long, and season 5 just ended, and it ended with them going into space. Basically, they were upgraded. The whole crew and the ship, they were given more responsibilities, and that's how the show ended. And I really enjoy this show, and I hated to see it go, but they, just Paramount just decided not to do any more episodes after season 5. And the reason I'm showing this picture on the right-hand side, last year of Strange New Worlds, I think it was season 2. I think it was episode 7. They did an actual crossover with Lower Decks. It was highly entertaining. And if anybody's checking out Strange New Worlds, you haven't seen it, season 2, I believe it was episode 7. They did a crossover, which was well done. So I hated to see this show go, but this is the one show that I have been watching, and unfortunately, the season 5 was the last season of this show. So.
Did they give a reason like why they ended it? Was it just like the story was over? Like
they could have kept on going on. I don't know. They may have given a reason. I think it just reached its natural end. They wanted to leave it on a high note. Some shows they end, like abruptly, but this one basically they were going to Strange New Worlds where no man has gone before.
Okay.
So it was really good. I know you haven't seen it yet, but if you have a chance, I'd like to see your opinion of this. Give your critique when you do watch it.
I do think like with Star Trek, I don't feel they like manage like the PR very well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you look at other franchises, I don't think Star Trek gets enough credit or love that it should.
I agree. I agree 100% on that. That's a good point. I've always said, well, they didn't make a big deal about this show, so, but I'm a big Star Trek fan, so that's why I watched it. And another thing I'm glad that the shows are on, but each season is only 10 episodes long.
Short.
I wish it would be more, maybe 15 or something, give people a little bit more. And Strange New Worlds, the new season's coming on pretty soon. And I'm sure it's just going to be 10 episodes long again.
Wow.
So, but unfortunately, but those are the 2 shows that we have been watching. And on with the regular news. This is why we weren't on yesterday. Rob, take it away.
Yeah. Oh, so the Royal Rumble, which is huge. And, it's interesting because like you got the Super Bowl weekend coming up, right? And this is like that lull. And I mean, it was good. Did you watch it?
No, but I seen that one scene with what I'm trying to blank on his name. The guy, You Can't See Me. What happened to
John
him?
Cena? Yeah. I thought he was going to win.
Yeah.
Janine was like, yeah, they're going to give it to him. And it made sense too, because this is supposed to be his last like WrestleMania coming up. So whoever wins the Royal Rumble gets to pick a title fight. And they basically headline WrestleMania, which is in April.
Yes.
And so like it made sense in our minds that like, oh yeah, if Cena wins it, then he can go fight like the champion, have a epic WrestleMania like headlining fight. No, he didn't win it. Yeah. It was Jey Uso. And yeah, it's been like on Instagram quite a bit, like a lot of highlights. But man, it was pretty brutal throughout the night. Like some of the hits that they were doing, not just like with the Royal Rumble bout, but even the women's match. There was a championship match before that with Cody Rhodes, who's in the image there. Kind of looks like Homelander a little bit, but that match was a ladder match, and so there were some brutal moves. It was a really good event, though.
Isn't
really good.
Cody Rhodes, isn't his dad Dusty Rhodes, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
I used to be a big wrestling fan back in the day, but I fell off. I won't lie. Glad you're watching it though.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you got Peacock, all the like main events, like the big events, they're included with your Peacock subscription.
Wow. Yeah.
So no. And then when we're going to a wedding in April in Vegas. WrestleMania is that weekend. And so they're already like stacking up the week. Like they're gonna do SmackDown the Friday before WrestleMania there in Vegas. Another show on I think that Thursday called NXT. And then they're doing like an exhibition where it's like $80. I looked into it. It's like $80, but there's gonna be a bunch of interactives, belts on display. And that's also going to be that week, that I think the whole week, almost the whole week. Yeah. So like, I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
Oh yeah. Like that Thursday, maybe. And we could make that work. Like do the exhibit. It's like a little Comic-Con, I guess, for WrestleMania is what they're trying kind of like akin to.
Nice.
So, but it was good.
All right, next one up. Speaking of next week is Super Bowl 59. It's in New Orleans. It's the Kansas City Chiefs against the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a big event here all over the world. So many millions and millions of people are going to be watching this. And I heard the commercials, I think it's like between $9 and $12 million for a 30-second ad. I was like, dang, man, that's crazy. I think next year's Super Bowl, I may be wrong, but I think next year's Super Bowl is going to be in Santa Clara, San Francisco area.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
I can double check. That's what I was under the impression.
But like I said, I just, the Niners aren't in it this year, and I'm going to watch it. But whoever wins.
Yeah,
we'll see. Hopefully it's a good game.
It is in Santa Clara.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And Santa Clara is just like about 40 minutes from San Francisco.
Yeah, no, it's a big stadium, man.
Yeah, it's a big stadium. So, and speaking of Super Bowl commercials, there's going to be at least 3 previews of movies that are coming out from left to right: Thunderbolts, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, and Jurassic World Rebirth. And here it says it's by they're going to pony up between $7.5 million to $8 million for a 30-second spot on Fox, before an audience that last year reached 123.7 million viewers across live, linear, and streaming. I think it may be more than 123 million this year because Kansas City is going for a three-peat that no team has ever done.
Man, that's so much money. And here's the thing too, like these movies, like people are going to watch the trailers. You know what I mean? Like they already have enough like of a brand, like
I agree.
Like Tom Cruise. Oh, yeah. Like, I don't know if you see, I just don't think you need us to do it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. These movies are well known. Everybody's going to be watching them. I think people have already made up their minds if they're going to go see this movie or not. I mean, I do love it when they show commercials or previews of this and other commercials for Super Bowl Sunday, but do they really need it? Yeah. I think they're so, almost like they're ingrained, like they have to do it.
Yeah.
I know some companies have pulled out. They said, "No, we're not going to do this." Wouldn't you rather save, $7 to $8 million and use it for something else to pay an actor or something? Yeah. Yeah,
they're big titles. Like people know what these are.
Exactly, and the new look at Jurassic World Rebirth. This is one of those commercials they're going to be having on Super Bowl Sunday, starring Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey in theaters July 2nd, 2025. I thought I was done with Jurassic Park after what's his name? Chris, I forgot that last name. Who
Chris
played
Pratt.
Chris Pratt. But then I didn't even see the last one. But this has got me interested. So I'm gonna watch it. You know, I mean, watch the last Chris Pratt one and then this one, you know. So
This looks like Indiana Jones.
I thought so too. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Right? Like, doesn't that look like, wait, what?
It does. It does look like Indiana Jones, but hopefully it's a good movie. You know, we're not done with dinos. So I seen this recently and I went, wow. It says, did you know Apple had a third co-founder named Ronald Wayne? Wayne was given 10% of Apple at the very start in 1976, but decided to sell back his entire stake just 12 days later for $800 because he felt the risks were too great. Today, 10% of Apple is currently worth $346 billion. I looked this up, just, you know, I just don't see something, then I post it right away. I Googled it, and sure enough, it was true. You know, he just decided it was too much for him, and he just bailed. And they asked him to come back afterwards, and he said no.
Wow.
Yeah. I went,
why not?
He just he just made up his mind. He didn't want anything to do with it, and he seemed to be okay with it. You know, that's a lot of money. I'm sorry. You know, I know, you know.
Yeah.
To me, I was like, dang. And they asked you back, and you said no. But if you didn't want to do it, you didn't want to do it. You know, it wasn't for him. You know, but I'm sure his family's probably just saying, damn, you know, $346 billion.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So I have it here on the right-hand side. He sold the original partnership agreement he had signed in 1976 for $500. The contract later sold at an auction for $1.6 million. He stated that he never owned an Apple product until he was given an iPad 2 at a conference in England.
Wow.
He just said, you know, it just wasn't for him. You know, to us, to anybody, that's a, you know, wow, that's money that lasts for generations, but it didn't matter to him, you know. So I just found that very interesting.
He's 90 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. Okay. I was like, dang it, man. This action figure sold recently for over $100,000. Only 10 of these packages are known to exist, making it a true gem for collectors. This is an Obi-Wan Kenobi action figure with the rare double telescoping lightsaber design, sold for an astonishing $105,000 and $182.13. It was pulled from shelves due to safety concerns. I heard they say kids may choke on it, so they took it off the market. But 10 of them were out there, and it's just recently went so for over $100,000.
Wow, that's so much money, dude.
I know. And this came out in 1978, and when Star Wars came out, I didn't even think about buying toys from Star Wars toys. I wish I had, you know, I just didn't think about it, you know. So that's crazy.
So telescoping, so the lightsaber actually comes out.
I guess so. That's why they pulled it, but they thought probably a kid may choke on it.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah. This is an actual movie. I just realized it has your name on it. This is a movie about a murderous car tire named Robert. The entire movie features a tire rolling around, murdering people and blowing things up. I went on YouTube, and sure enough, there's a little snippet of it in YouTube. The movie is called Rubber. It came out in 2010. It features a sentient car tire named Robert that mysteriously comes to life and uses telekinetic powers to cause destruction, including harming people and objects. The film is a mix of dark comedy, horror, and absurdity, making it a unique classic. I watched it's on YouTube. You just have to Google it on YouTube. I mean, put it under, what you're looking for, and it will show up. And it was like, damn, man, they've actually made a movie about a tire, and it's just him blowing people up and just messing things up. I thought it was pretty funny.
This isn't that old.
No.
2010 was not that long ago.
You picked this like from the 1970s or something.
Yeah. No, 2010.
Yeah.
That's not that
so
long
if everybody
ago.
watches this afterwards, or you're watching it right now, just go on YouTube and just put, Rubber 2010, and you'll see the, preview of this movie that actually came out. So it's pretty funny. Do you know who these two guys are, Rob?
Yeah, man. Didn't you meet one of these guys? No.
Kind of.
You kind of did.
Yeah, I'll tell the story afterwards, but I'm sure you know who the person on the right is.
Right. Yeah. But the one on the left is I don't recognize, but I feel like I should know.
Okay. I just put this up there just to see if anybody, if you see this video afterwards, or if you're not watching it right now, if you can guess who these characters are, I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay. So the guy on the right is Jack King Kirby, and the one on the left is Joe Simon.
Ah, okay.
This was back in the day, it was like a publicity shot of them, and yeah, they just decided, I just seen this. I thought that was pretty cool.
You got to tell your Kirby story though.
I've been collecting comic books since 1970. In the mid 70s, I was a teenager. I went to a comic book convention in San Francisco. It wasn't much of a con. It was just a hotel with a bunch of vendors selling their books. And gosh, I wish I had a lot of money back then, but that's another side story. So I go outside the hotel, and obviously there's no cell phones, no cameras that I can carry around. And about 10 or 15 feet from me, I look over my right side, and I see this older gentleman smoking a cigar. I was just awestruck looking at him. I didn't have enough nerve just to go up there and say hi. And it was Jack Kirby.
That's kind of wild. Like, just hanging out, smoking a cigar. And that's actually, him smoking a cigar is a pretty iconic image of him. There's a number of photos of him smoking a cigar.
Exactly.
So you actually got to see that in person.
I got to see that in person. I saw him, and I was just too awestruck, too starstruck to say anything. And I just turned around. It was like the walk of shame, and just walked away.
How old are you?
Probably about 15 or 16.
Oh man, yeah.
I was just like, oh my God, that's Jack Kirby. And I just looked at him, and I couldn't say anything to him. I didn't realize until afterwards that they said he was such a nice person. He used to invite kids into his house just to look at his artwork.
He might have given you a cigar.
Yeah, he might have.
Here you go, kid, light it up.
Something. But yeah, I just didn't, have enough nerve. We have one comment here. Oh, Fuzzy. Hey, Fuzzy, thanks for showing up. Much greetings from Scotland, here to support the show. Thank you very much, Fuzzy. Fuzzy's a really nice guy. If you follow him on Instagram, he's always got good comments to go and pictures, talks about a lot of stuff. He follows Triple G, who I do my shows with. He's in the UK. Fuzzy's a really nice guy. Thank you. It's 12 o'clock over there, so I really appreciate you checking us out for a couple minutes at least.
It's late.
I found this one picture of Jack Kirby's artwork, and I thought it was so nice and awesome looking. I decided just to put it up there just to show what kind of artwork he did back in the day. So I thought this was the origin of Dr. Doom. I don't know which Fantastic Four this is, but I thought it was a cool picture of Dr. Doom. Okay. So a lot of these, like I said, I scoured the internet looking for news and information, and a lot of these are rumors. And Marvel Movies, this is from Marvel Movies, says Marvel Studios is rumored to be eyeing DeWanda Wise for the role of Storm in an upcoming MCU film. I had to look up this actress, and hang out for a second here. Let me show you what other shows she has been in. And she does look like Storm. So I'm sure that's why they put her on here. Let me see if I can find it here. So she's been in shows like Jurassic World Dominion, Fatherhood. She's been in Jurassic World. She's been in The Weeknd, Firelight. She was in Captain Marvel. She's been in The Twilight Zone that ran in 2019 and 2020. So she has been on other shows and movies too. So they're just thinking of this may be one of the actresses that may, portray Storm. So.
No, yeah, she definitely looks the part.
Yeah, she looks the part. And she's 40 years old. So I think, so I think she could play the part. And this one, Benedict Cumberbatch retracts the previous statement that he's not going to be in Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday. I got that wrong. I am in the next one. Don't ever believe anything I say. So they asked if he was sitting out. He doesn't know. He just may be fooling the audience, just try to keep them, not give away any secrets like Tom Holland used to do when he was in Spider-Man. So he said he's not in it, and now he's in it. But he says, but don't believe anything I say. So,
yeah, now he's just messing with us at this point.
Messing with us at this point, yeah. So this picture, it's a Darth Vader Ferrari SF90 VX, only 25 made. It says I just found this. I went, wow. It didn't have the price. I couldn't find the price. It's powered by a 4.0 liter twin turbo V8 that's paired with electric motors. It says with that under the hood, the track focus variant can generate nearly 1,000 horsepower. It says 0 to 62 miles per hour or 0 to 100 kilometers in a mere 2.5 seconds, with a top speed of over 300 miles per hour. So this is the exclusive model. Is a collaboration between Ferrari and Dubai-based luxury automotive brand Venom Black.
Huh. I feel like if you just black out any car, you could be like, that's the Vader.
Yeah.
Like,
I wouldn't drive this car. I think I'd just put the gas on the pedal, probably crash.
There it is.
Yeah. But I'm sure if we're going to buy this, only 25 are going to be available. So,
I mean, it probably costs as much as a house.
So these are, like I said, these are rumors because Chris Evans has adamantly said he is not in any more Marvel movies. And then they actually put Maestro Hulk as Lou Ferrigno. So these are obviously just rumors. This is, they will be villains. They already now, the first one is true. Dr. Doom, Robert Downey Jr. will have a team of villains Avengers to help him in this conquest of battle world, which will be the same Captain Hydra and Master Hulk. And Madam Hydra is going to be Scarlett Johansson. We'll see if this ever comes to fruition or not. Do you want to see these characters return?
No.
Me neither.
Let's move on.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to see these characters. I didn't even want to see Robert Downey Jr. return. I know why they're doing it because they want to get the fans.
It's going to confuse people.
Yeah.
Right, but it's also like I think it's going to confuse some people too. Like seeing some of these people in the roles, like Hydra, Captain Hydra. What? Like, you know what I mean?
If you haven't read the comic book, you're going to be confused.
Yeah. So
yeah, I don't agree. I think they should go another route. But I know we all know why they're going to be doing this because they want to bring back fans and they want to make money. So,
yeah.
Let me see here. This came out this week. 61 years ago, Nike was founded. It was founded in January of 1964, and here's some couple of prices of how much it cost back then. You know, the running shoes were like $27, $30, and
not anymore.
Not anymore. And I put this picture of Michael Jordan because after he signed on for Nike, that's when just Nike, basically went out of this world. And shoes now cost what, $200-$300 at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, so 61 years ago, Nike was founded, and then Air Jordans that just took them over the top. I heard that Magic Johnson, Nike asked him if he wanted to be a spokesman for them, and he said no. And he submitted it, and he signed with Converse instead.
Yes.
They offered him a lot, like the same thing, the same deal that Michael Jordan was, but he came a couple years before Michael Jordan, but he said no. It wasn't established, so that's when we did that.
It's a risk.
Yep,
it's like Donald Wayne.
So this is some more news that I found. This is Marvel is reportedly considering Hunter Schafer from Euphoria for the role of Mystique in an upcoming MCU X-Men project. I've never heard of her, but she looks like Mystique. I think it'd be a good choice.
Yeah, I saw this on Instagram too, and I thought the same thing. Like, oh yeah, she definitely fits the look, right?
The look, yes. And on the right-hand side, I don't have a cat. My daughter does, but you have a cat, and so does one of your sons. Says AI will soon be able to translate what your cat or dog, which we have, is saying to you.
I don't think I want to know.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I don't want to know. Do you want to know?
No.
Feed me.
Yeah, we know what the cat is. Probably when they're on top of your face, they want food, so they want attention. So yeah, but we'll see, So I figured one of these days this is going to happen. Netflix confirms its 3 biggest shows will be returning this year, which we all knew. The picture on the left is Wednesday. Squid Games, which I've never seen, and Stranger Things are set to return in 2025. Our Stranger Things is not coming back until like the end of the year, though.
Oh, did they push it back?
I think I read somewhere that they pushed it back, and I think it's going to be 8 to 10 episodes long. But I've never seen Squid Games. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, Squid Games. Yeah, I'm all caught up.
Is it good? I mean, obviously it's good.
Yeah, no, it's good. The Wednesday though, I want to say there's a trailer already out. I
I
think.
think I've seen it, but it's a really quick
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
And on the right, Christopher Nolan has cast John Barenthal in his next massive movie. This movie, I looked it up. It says follows, if I'm pronouncing it right, Odysseus in his perilous journey home after the Trojan War, showcasing his encounters with Polyphemus, the Sirens, Circe, and finishing with his reunion with his wife Penelope. So,
yeah, the Odyssey, they've done a couple of shows, even like miniseries of the whole storyline. It's a good story.
Yeah, they show John Barenthal right here, and right next to him is Tom Holland. So yeah, there's going to be a big cast, and Zendaya's in it too, and Anne Hathaway, just to name a few. Let's see what is up next. I just put this up here because Fox's 2025 mid-season premieres are coming up. Some of these shows are available already. On Mondays, we have a Lone Star 911, Rescue High Surf, which I am watching. If there's any show when it comes to Hawaii, I watch. No matter what, I just watch it. And
gotcha.
Kitchen Nightmares and Doc, and Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. Then on Thursdays, we have Hell's Kitchen, Animal Control, which I've been watching, and Going Dutch. And on Sundays, finally, Family Guy is going to be coming. I think they've shown like 1 or 2 episodes. And Grimsburg, I've watched that before. And the bottom 2, I don't watch. And The Great North and Krapopolis. And then Simpsons is coming on like for his, been around for at least 30 plus years now or more. It's crazy how long Simpsons has been around.
Now, I think it's one of the oldest running shows.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, I don't think it's ever going to go away. I know one of the actors is retiring from the show. I forgot which actor it was. I think it was the voice of Lisa, if I remember right. But I know one of them is leaving the show. They've been around for over 30 plus years. It's crazy. First look at Millie Alcock on the set of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. James Gunn just put this, I believe it was on Twitter. It just has her in the back, just watching the scene, something like that. But he said it was the first shot of her. So this movie is coming. We'll see how Superman does. And, this show, I think this movie is coming up after that, or obviously after that, but I'm not exactly sure when. I think it's in 2026. And Sonic 4 releases in theaters on March 19th, 2027. I've never seen one Sonic movie ever, but if it's number 4, it must be doing well.
Yeah, the last one's supposed to be really good. I haven't seen it yet.
Sonic, the game, that is the only video game I ever finished. The very first Sonic, I was just
determined never again.
And I finished it, and I was just so proud of myself. This was back in the 1990s.
Yeah.
That's the only video game I ever finished.
Have you ever played any other Sonic game after that?
No.
Nope.
I retired from playing games. I did not know this. On the right-hand side, it says just hours before its cancellation, Eva Longoria invested $6 million to save a film, calling it the best money I ever spent. The film later became the iconic John Wick. It says this crucial investment saved the film and ultimately led to its massive success. Longoria has since called it the best money I've ever spent. If it's $6 million, she must have made a boatload of money.
No, I did hear about this though. One of my buddies told me this, and I thought that was interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, good for her.
Yeah, to have the foresight to think about it. Like John Wick, and I was like, God, then I imagine, didn't Keanu Reeves have $6 million to spare? He could put his own money in there.
Probably, yeah.
I wonder, she probably got a percentage of it, and maybe she got a percentage of all the subsequent,
I'm pretty sure he was invested into it too, but
yeah,
I remember hearing this story.
That's crazy. I can't believe this. Oh my gosh. I don't know when this movie's going to come out. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse still hasn't started voice recording. There's no information when it's going to start. The first 2 movies are so fantastic. It's a trilogy. I think this will be the last one, but they haven't even started with the voice recording. So we're probably looking at least 2 years down the road before this even comes, to a theater.
Well, I wouldn't want them rushing it. If something's delaying it, there must be a reason. You know what I mean? They made money. And so like, yeah, we got to wait. But if they are having issues, and I'd rather them address those issues.
Maybe Sony's is still smarting from the way the live action movies have just bombed completely.
Yeah, maybe.
Smarting from that, but hopefully we'll see in about 2 or 3 years.
It'll come out.
Yeah. Here we go again. Avengers Doomsday will feature Loki embarks on a mission to recruit Steve Rogers and Peggy Carter from a universe where they are living happily ever after to join the fight against the powerful Doctor Doom. I would like to see that. I mean, I know, Chris Evans says he's not coming back no matter what, but I can see the actress who plays Peggy. I'm sure she's game to do more movies, So Haley Atwell.
Yeah, they haven't used her in a long time.
Yeah. And Florence Pugh is reportedly still being eyed for the role of Rapunzel in Disney's live-action Tangled film. I've never seen the animated one, but yeah, she seems like a good actress for this role. So I give you all the news, whether we watch it or not. So we'll see if this movie, any of these things come to fruition. But the Rapunzel movie, yeah, it looks like it's a go. They keep on doing, Disney keeps on doing live-action films, so I can see it happening. What else? I never watched this show. I'm just reporting it. Little House on the Prairie rebooted at Netflix. Netflix has ordered Little House on the Prairie series 40 plus years after a long-running adaptation of Laura Ingalls Wilder's beloved books. Aired his last episode on NBC. So like I said, I'm just reporting the news. Trust me, I'd never seen this show when it was on NBC. Rob was too young. But I can definitely say that I never watched it. So maybe your daughter may.
You keep saying that. I definitely think you have.
Now, back 40 plus years ago, so I was about 25-ish years old. So no, I wasn't.
You keep saying that.
Let's see what else. So these are just some books that are coming out. The one on the right, Doom Academy, came out today. I kept on saying I was going to buy it, and I haven't bought it yet. I like variant covers, but I haven't been buying any new books for over half a year now. And the price for this one is $34, basically plus shipping. And we're talking about over $40. It's a great book. I told you guys about it, but I haven't bought it yet. So I don't know if I'm going to buy it or not.
I'm not. No, that's easy. No.
Now, the one on the left, I'm probably going to get. It's Rogue Savage Land by J. Scott Campbell.
Yeah,
JSC. It hasn't come out yet. It's going to be this cover and a virgin cover of this. That one I'm probably going to get. And don't ask me why. But I'm probably going to get this one. And what else? And these are just, I follow this site called Lyria Exchange or Lyrica Exchange, forgot. And these are just some recent books right now that are on eBay. And I just took a snapshot of the top 15 books that they have on here. That are selling right now. We're just going to look at the pricing. This is Strange Tales number 110. It's a CGC 5.0. Right now, the current price is $1,645. There's 64 bids on it. And Star Wars, the Boba Fett Mandalorian cover. It's a CGC 9.4. Pretty low price, $142. And Amazing Spider-Man number 50. A 6.5, current price is $824. World's Finest, number 44. It's a high-grade Golden Age. I don't own one Golden Age book. I keep on saying I want to get one, but I just never have. Have you? Do you have one, Rob?
No.
Yeah.
I thought you would.
I know. I just never have one. So this one is at $580, and there's 39 bids. It's a 7.0. And then we have Batman number 375, CGC 9.8, double cover. Says Mr. Freeze. I'm not sure if it's the first Mr. Freeze, but it's $221. Next on the list, we have Fantastic Four number 8, first appearance of Puppet Master. Let's see, CGC 3.5. Right now, it's pretty cheap, $229. Fantastic Four number 49. CGC 4.0, first full appearance of Galactus, second of Silver Surfer, $450. Batman, number 14, high grade Penguin cover, CGC 7.5, $3,827. Its number of bids so far is 31. This is a coverless Daredevil #1. 31 bids. Right now is at $242. And Amazing Spider-Man #17. Stan Lee, CGC 6.5, $300. I have #7 and #9. And I think I have #10 too.
Yeah. Okay.
And the last of the 15 is USA Comics #3, Timely Comics. Timely Comics used to be was Marvel. And this is Captain Terror cover, 5.0, $910. Captain Marvel #28, Sterling and Thanos. I'm not sure why this is the first appearance of Thanos, but it's a 9.6, and so it can't be. It's $172. And we have a first appearance of the Impossible Man, 29 bids, CGC 4.0, 201. And then we have Amazing Spider-Man #100, 7.0, $91. That's all. Wow. And then the last one is Captain Marvel Jr., #1. I don't really have the price because I covered it. But these are just some current books that are on sale right now as we speak. Would you like any of these books? I'm sure you would.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised that Spider-Man 100's only at 91.
Yeah.
Because that's it's a tough cover too.
Yeah.
Like you don't really see a ton of them in high grade.
So I took a quick snapshot of some books that are selling right now on eBay. So first they said it was going to happen, then they said it wasn't. But it looks like the first trailer for the Fantastic Four will release on Tuesday. I think it's going to happen on Good Morning America on ABC because Disney owns ABC. I thought for sure the first trailer would show on Super Bowl Sunday.
I mean,
more of an audience.
They probably didn't have enough money because they're already pushing the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, that's true. It's on Fox. That's right. It's not on ABC or Disney. That's very true. But it looks like the first trailer is coming out this Tuesday. This actor on the right, Harry Goodwin, he said he's up for the role of Green Arrow in the DCU. And again, he looks like him. So
yeah, especially that photo.
DC Studios is reportedly eyeing Harry Goodwin for the role of Green Arrow in the DCU. Looks like him, And this just happened yesterday. I went, this is crazy. Lakers trade Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic in the shocking NBA blockbuster with the Mavericks and the Jazz are part of this. It's a 3-team trade. But I was like, dang. I didn't think they'd ever trade Luka Doncic. He's only 25 years old. And he started NBA when he was 20. But they said, the ownership just said he was always seemed to be out of shape. And he didn't play any defense. So they traded him. And Anthony Davis is 31 years old.
Yeah, I read somewhere that they thought like he wasn't like physically up to par of where they were hoping he to be. That's what I read about Luka. And I'm like, oh. And
then I heard rumors, this reporter said that, LeBron James didn't quite get along with Anthony Davis. And he basically, it was tweeted. And then LeBron says, you're an effing liar or something like that, So, but they're traded. And it's crazy. Yeah. It got everybody by surprise, And what else do I have here? Alien Earth is going to be an original series. It's coming out this summer in Hulu. It says plot details remain relatively under wraps, but the basic premise is as follows. When a mysterious space vessel crash lands on Earth, a young woman and a ragtag group of technical soldiers make a fateful discovery that puts them face to face with their planet's greatest threat. So this supposedly happens 2 years before the events of the first Alien movie, and that came out in 1979.
Yeah, with Arnold.
Yeah, so
I like the graphic. It's good.
Yeah, so yeah, hope it's going to be a series on TV. So yeah, we'll see how it is. I think this is like a prequel almost. Then if it's before the Alien movie, And what else do I have here? So these are just some movies or shows that are going to be coming out from the DCU. This one's Waller from Amanda Waller. It's a HBO Max series. It says release date to be announced. Features Viola Davis as Amanda Walker with Team Peacemaker. Delayed until after Peacemaker season 2. James Gunn says it's in active development. This one is rumored, not official. Anna Nogori is rumored to be writing a Teen Titans film for the DCU, but there has been no, official announcement. And Lanterns, it's also a Max series. It says release date is 2026. It's going to be 8 episodes. John Stewart and Hal Jordan are drawn into a dark Earth-based mystery as they investigate a murder in the American heartland. Sinestro and Guy Gardner appear. Out of all these 3, and there's going to be other ones, obviously. Are you looking forward to anyone in particular?
I mean, Teen Titans would be great. The Lanterns, I'm interested in because they're doing all these different lanterns that I think it could make it really interesting. So, but yeah, I'd probably, if I had to pick one, I'd say Teen Titans.
Guy Gardner is going to be in a Superman movie. So I wonder if Nathan Fillion, Guy Gardner. I don't know if he's going to reprise his role. You would think he would, but I agree with you. The Teen Titans one. Did you watch the TV show a couple years ago, Teen Titans or Titans? It was called?
Yeah, I didn't watch all of it. I know Lucas, he did. I did not.
It was quite enjoyable. I liked it, but this will be, if it's going to show, it's going to be a movie. Yeah, what else here? Matthew Lillard will return as Stu Matcher in Scream 7. He died supposedly in the first Scream. So I was talking about it with I was listening to Triple G, and he has a show called One Good Scare with my other friend James. They were talking about that. And they were trying to figure out how he's going to come back. But supposedly he died. Yeah, I said a twin brother. Other said it's going to be a clone, or it's going to be something to do with AI.
Clone.
Yeah.
Why would? Okay, I guess.
Yeah. So it could be AI too. But we'll see. When it comes out. And I just got this yesterday. I found out Marvel Comics has released a first look at Storm's new vibranium armor alongside a trailer for the upcoming X-Manhunt crossover event, which is where Aurora will don the costume for the first time. And on the right-hand side, it shows like a better close-up of the costume she's going to be wearing. It looks pretty hot to me. So, but yeah, it's supposed to be her new costume.
Interesting.
I've been seeing commercials for this, and this movie debuts with an A on CinemaScope. So it must be pretty good. It's on CinemaScope. Is going to be an actual theatrical release, I believe. It's part dog, part man, all hero dog man. So it looks, obviously it's kid orientated, but hopefully it's a good, it's a good movie, so we'll see. And what else do I have next? Believe it or not, we're close to the end of our show. These are just things that I found on the internet, believe it or not. You ready for the first one?
Let's do it.
This was on Instagram. CNN reporter thought it was a good idea to interview cannibals. And I wish I would have put the link down here, because they had right after this slide right here, you scroll over to the next one, and they show the cannibals getting pissed off at him, and the look on his face was like complete horror. He thought he was going to be eaten. And then they show the cameraman right over his shoulder, and he was scared, something was going to happen to him, And I apologize. I should have put down the link to this, but if you show, they put this necklace on him and it had teeth on there, bones from some, I don't know what it was from, but this was an actual, cannibal tribe, and they were getting pissed off at this reporter.
Yeah.
So yeah, the look of
how buff. I mean, this guy in the photo here, he doesn't look that big or intimidating.
Now he was a reporter, but they were filming him, and just the look on his face, oh, what did I get myself into? I should have shown you the other slide of it, and I apologize for that. Last contact with Voyager 1. Voyager 1, over 25 billion kilometers from Earth, has explored the edge of our solar system and beyond, reaching interstellar space. By 2025 to 2030, it will lose connection with us forever and wander along through the endless cosmos. It will silently journey through the interstellar space, carrying the golden record and humanity's desire to explore and connect with the cosmos. We'll see what happens in 2020, in 2031. Yeah. This one I thought was just pretty cool.
Yeah.
A traffic camera in Montreal caught this shot of a snowy owl in flight.
Yeah, that's a good picture.
That's a good picture, right? I thought that's pretty cool. The most expensive pizza in the world, Louis the 13th, cost $70,000 despite only costing $72 to make. The high price comes from luxury toppings like caviar, lobster, and 24-karat gold leaves.
It costs $72 to make. Come on.
$72 to make.
Come on.
Yeah. Who would, God.
Who's buying it?
It didn't say if anybody ate this or what, but I mean, the human race has to get its priorities in order. That's what I'm going to say. This money could have been used for anything else.
For a Super Bowl
Yeah,
trailer spot.
Yeah. Kate Winslet says she is terrified of cows in case they rush her. This was a blurb that was just out there, and I just thought it was funny. So I'm not sure how they even asked her this question. But yeah, she's scared of cows, it seems like. So I wouldn't lie. If a bunch of cows started rushing towards me, I'd be scared too.
Yeah.
Company raises $200 million to bring back the woolly mammoth, thylacine, and the dodo bird. So these birds, obviously, these animals have been extinct. Thylacine has been extinct since 1936. Dodo since the 1600s, and mammoth, I don't know how many thousands of years ago or more.
Jurassic Park, man, we've seen this story before.
Jurassic Park, we've seen this story before, and Dallas-based Colossal Biosciences raised $200 million in a Series C funding round, bringing its total funding to $435 million. I don't know if this is just, a scam just to get money from people, but if they had invested in Apple, they would have had a lot more money than that. So,
yeah.
Yep.
Maybe they did.
Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know.
Would you like to see any of these animals come back?
No.
No?
No, just like the other slide with, do you want to see any of these characters come back?
Oh, yeah.
No. No, I don't.
The thylacine, I should look more into it. What kind of animal is that? Because it's got stripes in the back.
It's like a cat, I think.
Yeah, something to do. But it looks, it has stripes in the back. And yeah, it's a weird looking animal. And what else do I have here? I read this week. I went, what the heck? Michael Jackson wanted to play Professor X in the X-Men 2000 movie, the first X-Men movie. When a producer said to him, Xavier is an older white guy, Jackson responded with, I can wear makeup. So,
yes.
Yes, you're hired.
Right. I'm going to add this to the list of things I don't want to see.
Yes, I don't want to see that.
Nope.
Glad that never happened. Drinking black pepper tea can help relieve headache, fatigue, and knee pain due to its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. It boosts blood circulation, reduces inflammation, and enhances energy levels when consumed in moderation. I'm gonna start drinking this, and I'll let you know. So,
yeah, I never heard of it.
Yeah, me neither. I thought it was pretty interesting. I go, man, is that true? So I'm gonna start drinking it, but I am an older guy, and I'll let you know. So if I have a lot more energy in our next show, you'll know why.
All right. Yeah, let me know how that tastes. I've actually been drinking tea more often.
Me too. But I like it sugary. I like it sweetness, so. But I'm gonna try this and see what happens,
Yeah.
What you selling? Our last episode, Rob brought up the idea, hey, putting up a book for sale. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna be posting these books up on our Instagram channels. Rob's Instagram is Momo Comics 80, correct?
Yep.
Mine is
right there.
Passpoint Sales. Let me get rid of this. This is Rob's
Sales.
Momo Comics 80. So you're going to see this book on your Instagram page, right?
Yeah. No, I got to post it on Instagram, and, better deals going through, directly with the seller versus eBay fees. eBay fees are crazy.
Yeah, they are. And my Instagram page is called Passpoint_sales. So on Instagram under Passpoint Comics, and I'll post it, I'm selling it on that site too, but it's called Passpoint Sales. So we each put, actually I picked two books, but they're the same issue. They're just different looking covers of the same issue. And it's issue number 1 of Daredevil, came out in 2020. I'm going to put these two books up for $120. That includes shipping. Now let me get rid of this. The first one I got directly when it came out. Let me see if I can hang out for a second here. See if I can do this, if I remember how. Okay. This book is Daredevil #1. It came out in 2020, I believe, or 2022. But I got the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive at one of their panels. And I'm putting these two together. I recently saw a sale on eBay. This was like November or December of last year. And by itself, this book sold for $165. I'm putting both of these books, I'm going to put them on my Instagram page for $120. And that includes shipping. If you say you've seen these on this show, I'm just doing this. I'm going to knock $10 off. So if you say you've seen both of these books for sale on my YouTube channel, I'm going to sell them for $110. But I'm going to post it for $120. See who claims it. Rob, you ready?
Yeah, man.
Let me add you. Hang on for a second here and see if I can do this.
It's me. All right. So my book, I like Mark Brooks. I think you know that. And so I'm going to put up a Mark Brooks variant of Phoenix Resurrection. And these came out, they were like different color costumes. Like you can get the Phoenix in the gray costume or the green costume, the red costume, the white costume. So I went with the red because I figured Dark Phoenix. Ooh, kind of a glare there. You can see it though, right? And it's signed by Matt Rosenberg and Mark Brooks. So it's double signed version of the Phoenix cover. And there's the signatures there. There's one. And then the other signature. This one's Mark Brooks. I feel like we lost Efren, by the way, guys. I think he's not in here. Uh-oh.
You see me?
He's back.
Yeah. No, I just put you solo.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know where you went.
No, I was here. Yeah.
All right.
I just put you solo so we can have a bigger shot of your comic book that you're selling. You know?
Got it. But yeah, so I'm going to have it for 200 ship.
Okay.
And, 9.8, 2 signatures. Pretty awesome cover.
Yeah, it's a nice looking cover. I like it. Yeah. So both of those books are going to be on our individual Instagram pages. His for 200 and mine for 120. His 200 includes shipping, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And my 120, includes shipping also. So we're going to be posting those pretty soon, probably tonight on our Instagram pages. Mine is once again under Pass Point Sales, and Rob's is under Momo Comics 80. When we come back, we'll see if they sold. So
yes. Maybe not. Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe not. Yeah. So, but we're going to put them on there, and that's our what you been selling. And up on comics, down on comics. I didn't really think of much to do this. This is a segment where something that I like about comic books, something that I don't like about comic books. Up on comics, I just thought of something. I like variant covers, since they started coming out, got over 10 years ago. But at the same time, I just don't like the pricing for variant covers. That's the reason I didn't buy that Doom Academy. It's a great looking book, but $34 to me for a brand new book when they usually cost about $5 to $6. That's what I don't like, but I understand why they do them, because there's only like 600 of them available, and these people who sell them have to make their money from selling these books. There's only 600 are available. I just don't like it. When you can buy a regular book for the same book, but a different cover for like $6, $7 or less. And that's my up on comics. I'm down on comics. This is my preference. And that's why I stopped buying variants. But I do buy variants or special covers when I go to comic book conventions. I do buy them there. That's about the only place I buy them now moving forward. So Do you have anything we want to add to Up on Comics, Down on Comics, Rob?
No, with the variants, like I'm with you, especially books are expensive as it is.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, you got like the 1 in 50, the 1 in 25, the 1 in 100 variants too.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to justify, like, let's say that Doom Academy was out the door, maybe like close to 50 with shipping.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, oh, I could do that. Or should I get like the 1 in 50 instead?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I kind of would like to see more emphasis on those other ratios for the variants.
Yeah. And another reason I don't buy as many books because I'm really trying to finish getting my grails. I'm down to 3 books. I go, when am I going to get them? So hopefully I'll get at least 1 or 2 this year. And
I've been trying to sell more than buy. That's been kind of my MO.
Yeah. I've been I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna put these books on Instagram. If I quit being lazy, I'm gonna put other books on Instagram too. So, see how they sell.
Yeah.
And what did we buy this time? Since I say I don't buy much, I haven't bought anything. I don't buy any books as much as I used to. So I think I may get rid of this segment because I haven't bought anything. What about you, Rob?
Nah, I've been good, dude. I haven't been buying.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I've been pretty good with my spending as I'm not spending much on comics right now.
So we are saving our money. That's why we're doing it. So I'm still gonna, I am gonna try to buy some of the regular covers of Doom Academy. I am gonna see if I can get maybe 1 or 2 of the regular covers, which cost about $5. And I'm gonna try to get that J. Scott Campbell Rogue covers too. So, but that's for future shows. And that is all, folks. We are done for today. How long will we be on the air? For a little bit over an hour. We may be back next week. I'm going to see if I can convince Rob to come back next week. If I find any good news, entertainment news, or comic book news, we may be back Friday or Saturday. If not, we'll be back in 3 weeks because I'll be out of town in 2 weeks. That's why we will be back Saturday or Friday of next week, not Sunday, because we'll be watching Super Bowl most likely. Do you ever have Super Bowl parties or just hang out at home?
I mean, every now and then we've done like people come over, but not so much anymore. You know, we just kind of watch it and an excuse to like eat.
Yeah, I'll be chilling out at home by myself. So just enjoying the Super Bowl as much as possible. So
you ever think about going like to a bar or to like a restaurant and watch?
No. I mean, I'm here by myself, so I'm just gonna chill out. If Serena was with me, my daughter, maybe we'd go to a bar and chill like a Super Bowl. I've been in San Francisco for a couple Super Bowls when the Niners were in it. I went to the 2, not the last one, but the 2 previous ones, and they both lost. So I told my friends, Oscar and Mario, I'm not coming back. If they make the Super Bowl again, and they were there last year, I told them I'm not going, and they lost anyway. So I said, nah, it was too much of a disappointment.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, but we will be back in, like I said, next week, hopefully, or if not, we'll be back in 3 weeks. Until then, I would say go out and buy a couple. Don't do like I do because I don't buy anymore, but go out and buy a comic book and read it. Everybody be safe, take care. Until next time. Bye.